Welcome everybody to Blindside. But okay, what is Blindside? Okay, see, back in you know how Sandra Bullock is starring in good movies nowadays, like Gravity. Well, that wasn't always the case, especially in the late 2000s, where by God, she just wanted that Oscar so badly. She was starring in a pretty much a string of really bad Oscar bait shit.
The sad thing is, like, well, this movie where apparently she did get her Oscar from is, well, I've never heard anyone mention it. Heck, I didn't even really know about this movie
The
until
reason the reason you
April.
haven't
I mean,
the
granted,
reason
I
you
may have
haven't
heard
heard
about
about
it.
this movie is that it was talked about when it came out, and then like every other Oscar bait movie, it faded into obscurity.
Or almost every Oscar bait movie.
Okay,
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I think I do recall it being somewhat talked about, but not exactly with the highest of praise,
Basic,
shall we say.
basically,
I mean, don't
everybody,
get me
this is
wrong,
a
there was some
movie.
praise, but it's silly, is what I've heard.
Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. This is a movie where Sandra Bullock adopts a fully grown black guy. I didn't even. Is this a thing in America, Jova? Do women go around adopting adults?
It depends on what circumstances they're in. Hopefully, this will actually be believable and not just, oh, please, God, dear Lord, love me.
All right, so to start your copy just before the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah.
Like about 2 seconds before the Warner Brothers logo pops up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right.
3, 2, 1, click. And here's Warner Brothers logo.
I kind of prefer their first theme, the one more associated with the bugs.
Well, that one. Well, this particular theme we're watching is actually a rendition of the first few notes of As Time Goes By from Casablanca, which is, of course, one of the biggest Warner Brothers classics.
Alcon
True.
Entertainment. I watched this. You know that Tropic Font? Hey, Joe, did you watch that Simple Jack trailer with me?
Yeah, you showed me it.
Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
everybody, Sandra Bullock doing I think it's a Southern accent, Jova.
Let's listen.
Yeah,
Yep. It
Southern
sounds
accent.
like she's going for that.
Let's just say Melissa Hutchison is better at this.
Oh yeah, Koma-san. I'm actually tempted to
Did the movie rewind for a second there?
because it's a football game.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm,
that's
I'm
right.
having
Yeah.
walking.
I
I'm
love how
I'm,
we
ha-
actually
I'm
have
having
good
walking
camera
with
technology.
this rewind thing. I'm having walking with dinosaurs flashbacks. Ugh.
Yeah, Walking with Dinosaurs had that.
Oh, walking with dinosaurs is horrible.
I haven't
Fucking
seen that movie yet.
don't. It's terrible.
Well, we're gonna have to comment on it.
Okay, I thought this
So,
was,
is this
I thought
based
this
off
was
of a real life story
I
or
thought-
something?
Hang on,
Yeah,
I thought this was a movie about adoption, not the history of American football.
No, but that's the thing, Dwebs. American football does play a role, as you'll see.
So, is this based off of a real story, or
It's
is this its own
the
thing?
movie is based on the novel of the same name, which it itself is based on a real story.
Okay, Pedro.
Or is it? Oh,
Would you say this movie was better or worse than Speed 2 in terms of crap Sandra Bullock movies?
Again, Dwebs, I've never seen Speed 2, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Well, I've seen Speed. I have. And ugh.
Let's just see. Anywho, what were you about to tell me, Pedro?
I'm checking the Wikipedia article right now. It's based on the 2006 book The Blind Side: Evolution of a Game by Michael Lewis. So let me go for that book. Might as well, I guess. It focuses on whatever. Blah, blah. Actually, no, never mind. I think the I think the movie doesn't so much focus on the book so much as one of the parts of the book. Never mind. Okay,
So it's an extremely loose adaptation.
but the story itself is apparently real. Michael Ower, an offensive lineman who played for the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans.
So he got adopted, apparently.
Let me see. Early life, blah, 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 blah. Coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, earlier on we just experienced Sandra Bullock talking about how long male American football player body parts are.
What?
There we go. This is our but he's huge, he's muscular, but he's always making that sad puppy dog face to make us feel sorry for him.
So he's.
I wonder if he's trying to break the record for longest time I can have.
You
this
know what?
face.
What? Yeah. Well, and here's the first. Like I see, right? We're literally just starting, and I already have a problem with this movie. Look at him. He can clearly. True, he doesn't have an education, but he can clearly do some kind of physical work in construction or something. Why doesn't he have a job? I mean, come on.
Is he illiterate, or does he have not much education? Or I don't know.
No. He doesn't have any education, but he can still do some physical work. Come on, it's not like.
Let me guess. This is before he became a football player.
Yes, it is. Michael Oher was one of 12 children born to his owner. His mother was blah, blah, blah. His mother was an alcoholic and crack cocaine. Of course, we have to pick a tragic backstory thing. Otter played football. Yeah, he was placed in the foster care at age 7 and alternated between living in various foster homes and prison. Oh, so apparently the whole adopting thing is not real. Actually, I mean, apparently the only real part of the story is him becoming a football player, not so much the whole rich woman adopting thing.
Oh, I see. So basically, Sandra Bullock's character is added in for the sake of what else? Making a beloved character.
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
Yes, Kathy Bates is in this movie for some reason.
Oh God, Kathy Bates, go back to Stephen King's The Stand. You were great there.
Also, I saw Lily Collins' name come up. Oh, hi, Carter Burwell. You know, Lily Collins is Phil Collins' daughter, and
well, Wes, if it makes you feel any better, Carter Burwell actually gets to compose for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to
his score for Mr. Holmes was good.
So let's just see Jova. Sandra Bullock is that awesome, rich, sassy, peppy woman with that wonderful heart of gold.
So let me get this straight. They're basing the story off of a guy who was kind of an orphan but never got adopted, and making it look like, oh look, he got adopted.
Apparently, he alternated between various foster homes and shit like that.
Written and directed by John Lee Hancock.
But in here, not so much. In here, he's kind of a bum.
Not to mention the fact that he's an adult. How do you adopt an adult? By then, usually you're just let out of the system and boom.
So
I mean, okay. Let me see how old is he supposed to be in this movie, because he is clearly in his late 20s at least.
It's basically
maybe they're pulling that trick of having adults play teens or teens playing kids.
Basically, Paige, the Simple Jack thing was part of Tropic Thunder, and I gotta say, it was a pretty good parody of how the whole Oscar bait film can go wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
I smell a sports plot.
This is a sports film.
Kinda.
Well, yeah.
Welcome to the unexpected start of our sports film series.
Dwebs, allow me to give you the official term. Allow me to give you the official term coined by the Wikipedia article. It's a semi-biographical sports drama film.
Oh, amazing. So they specifically have made an official genre for films that are only semi-accurate to the biography.
Yes.
Great. Now, if only they'd had that around the time of Patch Adams. In fact, this seems to be pulling a Patch Adams. It's inserting a female character that didn't even exist in real life for the sake of giving drama. Or in this case,
again, Jova, Sandra wanted that Oscar really bad.
Speaking of Sandra, where is she?
Remember, Dwebs, Michael is kind of the main... he's pretty much the main reason why this movie was made, because he's the one who's actually a real person. Right. So we have to establish him first.
Who plays him, by the way?
A guy named Quentin. Let me go back.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually did anything after this. Let me see. Quentin Aaron. Let's see what he did. What else he did. Oh, he wasn't Left Behind.
Wonderful. What, 2014?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I take it you've seen the Smackhead review?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, so basically his grades are shit.
Yeah, this is like Simple Jack. He's got very shit brain capabilities.
It's not so much his brain capabilities. I get the feeling that he hasn't had that good an upbringing. Or
I love it.
he's
This
just not
neighborly
focusing on his
academy
studies.
neighborly academic Christian. So this is a Christian college, I guess.
Hey, you know the fun fact page is like, oh, apparently, this is only based around the second storyline of the book. It's like
Yeah, I
the
know.
book
I
mainly
said, yeah,
focuses on football strategy evolving.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, this is semi-biographical, but at the same time, it's also a semi-adaptation. How
Of a
on
book?
how on earth did this mutant of a film get made?
Sandra Bullock really wanted that Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she'd do
Actually,
anything
how much
to get.
involvement did she have in the production?
She
of
was only
this,
she was only the
She was only
she
she was only the actress, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure she wasn't. It's not. I'm pretty sure she's not pulling a Wolf of Wall Street, where she was also the producer and got the project offhand and shit.
Funny enough, she was a producer for one film, but I've heard it was terrible.
Not to mention, Wolf of Wall Street was actually faithful to the book. Wolf of Wall Street was, from what I've heard from people, it was pretty much the book, and that's it. Like he even got the real Jordan Belfort to star right at the end.
Okay. One thing that's technically accurate, in 2004, Leanne and Sean Tuhoe, with a couple with a daughter and a son attending Briarcrest, allowed Ower to live with them and eventually adopted him. The family began tending to his needs after becoming familiar with his difficult childhood. They also hired a tutor for him who worked with him for 20 hours per week.
And how old was he when he was adopted?
Let's see. 2004, so let's see, when was he born?
This movie takes place in 2003, so...
Oh. Well, the Wikipedia says that he was adopted in 2004, so let's see. It's 2004, he was born in 1986. So he was 14. So he's about 18, it sounds like. Well, 17 or 18.
Can you still be adopted at 18 in America?
Yeah. He's in his teens, so he's not legally an adult yet.
Well, he's 17, so he's technically still a minor. Okay, fine.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's legit. And one thing that actually is historically accurate.
I guess.
Let me guess.
Although, to be fair, that's only like in the second half of the book, and
Let me guess. This guy can't read.
Nope.
What?
Get used to this, because Quentin's performance is pretty much just him acting all puppy dog like.
to be fair, the real Michael Orr did have a sucky childhood, so I can see why he would be definitely looking down. I mean, hey, at least he has more reason to be looking sad than Aang or Ong in the freaking last Airbender movie he did. Wow.
He left the whole thing in blank. But he drew... he drew a boat. Isn't that precious? Yeah. Get used to that, because this is typical Oscar bait shtick. Emotional manipulation for the win. Like, seriously, I'm not even kidding. This movie is borderline soap opera-ish with its shit.
What time are you guys at?
12:03, 4, 5.
Okay. Okay, I'm at 13:12.
Oh, hi, Sandra Bullock.
All right, you have to... Oh,
Yeah.
there's Sandra.
God damn it, Alfonso! I want to be in Gravity. Yeah, I know. I was in Speed 2. Shut up.
Wow, your voice really has changed, you know. You were sounding more like you were voiced by a black kid in Speed.
13 and what, Jova?
13:12.
All right. So she's going to see. So yeah, her daughter is actually in the same school as Michael, obviously, and that's how she eventually meets him.
I guess. Yeah. To be fair, that's historically accurate. So yeah, so far so good.
Okay. Oh, and there he is. Okay, get ready. All right, 3, 2, 1, click. There you go. Oh.
Is that guy supposed to be a teacher?
He's Sandra's husband.
Ah, okay.
And of course, he notices why is a big black guy cleaning the seats?
It's not like he. Well, I suppose he could think he works there or something.
Mm-hmm.
As the janitor or something.
He's not dressed like a janitor, though.
Well, maybe he's one of them free dress janitors.
Mm.
Hold on, let's see. Listen.
Oh no.
Is this racist?
Yeah, apparently there's some race controversy to this film as well. Would you like to hear it?
Later, hold on.
It's called School.
To be fair to Wibbs, he's had a sucky childhood, so he doesn't exactly know how a lot of his stuff works.
Yeah,
Although why they even put him in the school when he has this sort of issues is weird. You'd think that they would have, tried to do a special program for him. I mean,
So what you're saying?
I know the system isn't exactly the best, but you're telling me that all these years the adoption system didn't educate him?
Nope.
So, Jover, you're saying this film points like kind of racist towards whites?
No, it wasn't.
That's not the race controversy, Dwiz. The race controversy, I think, is going to show up later, but oh boy.
We'll bring it up.
It's
just bring it up when it comes
something
up.
that could rival even Disney's Song of the South.
Yeah.
Well, just bring it up when it comes
'Cause-
up.
Let's just say that while this film is somewhat historically accurate so far, it oversteps its boundaries. As in...
Because this was 2003. I think all that racist towards black stuff was at its peak in like the 1800s.
Racism still unfortunately exists here and there, and there are quite
I didn't say it got eradicated by 2003. I'm just saying it's not as prevalent as it was back then.
Well, obviously not. I mean, well, when something that's obviously controversial in the terms of race does pop up, that's still going to cause a lot of red alarms. Anywho, but yeah. But yeah, it confuses me. I mean, why are they making this take place in 2003 when the actual event of him getting adopted by them was in 2004?
Kicks?
Because the director also wrote this thing. Did he hate 2004 or something?
I guess.
Who is the director and writer anyway? John Lee.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with 2004? That was the year when Porto won the Champions League. How is that not a cool year?
2004 was also the year Blade Trinity came out.
Oh, okay. No, okay, fine. I guess I can see his point then.
Oh, no wonder I didn't hear much about this film after release. The film got generally lukewarm reviews.
Yeah, it did. Pretty much the overall reception was nah.
Yeah, from what I
The
hear,
only thing that really stood out was that Sandra Bullock's acting performance was widely lauded.
Well, of course it was, Jova.
Yeah, Miss Sandra really wanted to win that Oscar. She was gonna try.
You threaten my son. You threaten me. I'm not even kidding. That's a natural line from this movie.
Oh boy.
Well,
let's just say there's some particularly corny lines that really make you groan.
I bet it took Robert 5 minutes to think that line up.
Yeah.
According to a few of the critics, though, it does have the benefit of a strong source material. However, that doesn't exactly say whether or not this movie actually pays mind to much of it, just that it has a strong source material.
Okay, I get it. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, Jova. A sucky child can only excuse so much. I just kind of wish the fucking actor would actually, change his facial expression once in a while. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, granted, I guess I can see him being mopey about this. However, yeah, you'd think he would at least try and, show the facade, to show more to him.
I can only imagine what it's going to be like when we get to films that dealt with racial issues, like 12 Years a Slave.
I thought it was actually a good movie.
Those films actually know what they're doing with it, though. It's
Yeah.
we know what we're getting.
I liked it too. I'm just trying to imagine how we're going to tackle that.
We'll just tackle it like we usually do, addressing it. See, the reason that people scream racial controversies and stuff like this is that racism is not meant to be the focus of it. Granted, it's like, okay, you can address racism, but that's not sort of what they're doing with here. The racial controversy comes from, well, let's just say it's not exactly trying to address something, but it gives off a sense of it.
All right, what's with that guy's chin beard?
It looks cool, I guess. Or at least he thinks it's cool.
Oh, yeah, she is definitely going for
excuse me.
Southern.
Oh my god, it's a sea.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, because 8-year-old kids are always thinking are definitely interested in girls, right?
Depends, but yeah. Also, how fitting a Thanksgiving.
When I was 8,
pageant.
I was only
Today's
when
commentary.
I was 8. My main concern was about getting home so I could watch the next DBZ episode.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
So,
This is
the scene meant you...
this is the scene where they find Michael.
Wait, they find him?
Yeah, basically he's walking around the. There we go.
Why is he...
Okay, you know what? Here's my main problem. So you find this guy you don't know anyone about, and you decide to just take him home. Yeah, for all you know, he could be a fucking gangster or something.
I mean, granted, they're being friendly, and well, of course, that they automatically...
I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
For
No, Pedro. I'm not trying to excuse it. I was actually kind of agreeing with you. And granted, all he did was roll the window down.
allow me to
That
address something,
said-
though. Yes, it is. This technically did happen in real life. I get that, but honestly, just because something happened in real life, that doesn't automatically mean it will make for a believable story in a movie. Because that's just one rare case that happened. Like that's not normal. It's still not normal just because it happened.
I'm not quite sure the film's trying to portray it as normal, and honestly, I mean,
I love
are
this
we
one.
sure that this
Hold on.
actually did happen? Oh. He's homeless?
Yep.
But isn't he with an adoption center?
Don't ask me. I don't got a clue. Do you have a home? Aww. He doesn't have a home. And of course, sappy piano music. Sorry, Carter. I know you're trying, but... See, even the husband is like, oh boy, there she goes again. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, man. So,
Anyway, do we know if this actual event is how they came to meet?
I don't know.
If it is how they met, then, well, we can't really fault them for being historically accurate.
I guess.
And even if it's not exactly what happened, there is sort of a thin line between being cautious and then being downright cold. Because, like, well, you never know if the person actually is hungry and alone or if they are a killer. So I never really go after that stuff unless it's so obvious that, well, they're dangerous. And also the whole rejecting a black guy thing.
By the way,
the controversy of that.
By the way, here's an interesting thing. The entire family just accept this like they find an extra Twinkie in their pocket. Nobody ever questions Sandra's decision at all. They don't care. Like, Joe, a question. How would you, Joe, a question. How would you react if your mom suddenly brought someone you know from nowhere, and just okay, for now on, this guy's sleeping at our house for some reason? Like,
well, I would definitely ask her what's going on and like who he is. Do you know him? Why is he here? Are we adopting him or something?
Well, no, but there will be no scene where this is questioned.
Okay, yeah, that is stupid.
Oh man.
I mean, really, no one ever
Nope.
you know,
Nope.
the whole sports thing with, a guy trying to take a black kid underneath his wing was done a lot better in the movie Radio.
Jova, the sappy piano music is telling you to feel something.
I wonder why this movie's even called Blindside.
Because that's the name of the novel.
Oh. Fair enough, I guess.
I think it was.
Although, to be fair, the title in the book made more sense because it was called The Blind Side: Evolution of the Game, because overall it was about the evolution of football strategy. Whereas with here, this is one of those few times where I think that the movie could have benefited from a bit of a title change and have said, based on this book.
You're just now thinking of this.
So here's my question, Michael. If he's in the adoption system, shouldn't he be with a foster? No. I'm not with a foster parent necessarily.
I don't know how
like an adoption center.
I don't know how adoption procedures work, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Well, usually, from what I know, Michael, the way adoption systems work is like, usually you have these kids stay.
Again, she just goes on with it, and the husband's like, huh, whatever.
And not to mention the fact that, Michael, whether or not we know how adoption centers go, we do know that he must have been officially adopted from an adoption center, since apparently he was officially adopted. So, yeah, he should be with an adoption center. Basically, adoption centers, have these rooms or whatnot for kids to stay in until they're being adopted. I mean, it's never like you have the actual adopted kid be homeless, because, how the heck would they raise themselves?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, where could Michael be?
Oh no, could he be doing something evil? Oh no.
He's just... Oh yeah, she calls him Big Mike. Because that's how his friends call him. I don't live here, you stupid broad. Oh. Sorry, Jova. Bad timing.
Yeah. It sucks being alone on Thanksgiving.
Well, look at the bright side. At least you have a family at home, unlike him.
True, yeah. And hey, at least I've got my fellow commentators for this Thanksgiving to enjoy riffing a bad movie here and there with. And hey, there's always next year.
See, the kids are just plainly even giving him food and everything. Nobody questions any of this. Oh, hi, Dwips.
I guess, to be fair, it's to avoid the whole controversy of, he's black, so he must be scary.
No.
Actually, allow me. It's not.
Did I miss anything?
I'm not trying to defend it. Pedro.
Basically, while you were gone, they found him.
In this black kid who was walking on the road, Michael Orr.
Basically, Sandra's like, "Do you have a home?" And he's like, "No."
No.
Okay, so you're sleeping at my house. And then after putting him there, and guess what, Dwips? The husband and the kids are perfectly fine with this. They don't ever question whether this is a good idea or even ask, why are you doing this? Like, you shouldn't put a stranger in our home. Again.
Yeah, I have a bit of a theory for why they're doing this, and I'm not saying that it excuses it at all. But since it is early 2000s, my guess is the reason they're not doing the whole... Well, I mean, could he be dangerous with the kids thing as well? Do we think a black guy is dangerous?
Ow.
Huh? What is it, Dwips? Dwips, when someone's talking, wait for them to finish. Jesus.
Sorry. Off-screen stuff got me a bit miffed.
Well, it's not really our fault, is it?
I know. I'm not saying it's your fault. Did I ever say that?
Calm down. What is it?
Sorry. Off-screen stuff. Never mind.
Let me guess, you got pinched by something.
Yes.
Ouch.
God damn it, Dwibs. You're not supposed to take your anger out on other people.
It's alright, Dwibs.
I'm 21. I should know better than this. Christ, I'm gonna
Okay. Allow me. Okay.
Sorry,
So-
audience. Nothing much is really happening on screen at the moment.
Yeah, but this is another big problem I have with the movie. Every single person in this family is disgustingly nice and so pure and willing to help everybody and shit. It's so
when they made this, I wonder what kind of very bad cheesy cartoon were they watching?
I don't know.
Were they watching a bad My Little Pony cartoon or something?
Yeah, maybe.
Gen free. Oh God.
But Hoenn was good though. But tish.
Ah, yes, I remember the days when we were actually questioning whether a Hoenn region would be confirmed.
Even Junichi Masuda said, "Hoenn confirmed."
Lady, when are you actually going to adopt this kid officially? I mean, you do know you could very well be kidnapping him.
Don't worry, Joe. The son's got 90 minutes to do that.
The problem is, I just don't
But they haven't
understand
officially
why.
adopted.
My
I mean,
problem
why not call
is-
the police?
I don't know. My problem is, why is she taking such a huge fucking interest in this one black? You know, there are other kids probably even way more in need of help than this one. Why is this one the one that you really need to adopt? Exactly.
Heck. Well, that's the thing, Pedro. She hasn't even adopted him yet, so this is kind of creepy. I mean, she's taken sort of a rather strong interest in him, and yet we have seen no scene of her officially adopting him, which means that
It's
she
later.
could very well be kidnapping.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen Drunk Dwibs, but now in this commentary you get the debut of Angry Dwibs.
Debut.
Oh, here we go. And this is
Unreasonably Angry Dwibs.
and this is the gang that Michael belongs to, I guess, because
He
is-
belongs to a gang. Okay.
Wonderful.
Don't know if this is historically accurate, but semi-biography. Oh,
let's go get him.
okay.
Don't you see,
Okay,
guys?
just
Sandra
taking him
Bullock,
home.
awesome, peppy Sandra Bullock fears nothing.
I see. She's taking him home.
I don't know what to make of this. I mean, seriously, this is very this is a very bizarre commentary so far. We've seen what have we seen so far? We've seen
Sandra Bullock technically kidnap a minor. We've seen the most amazingly annoying, nice white family ever.
And we haven't even gotten to the race controversy yet.
A guy who can't fill in the report, but instead draws a boat and a person on it.
But don't you see, Dwibs? He has a heart of gold.
Heart of gold? How am I supposed to know that? The guy has only...
Oh, come on, Dwibs. Look at those puppy dog eyes.
Actually,
Okay, I officially christened this guy. This guy is now known as Black Keanu Reeves.
Actually,
It's
Dwibs,
funny
I'm
you
gonna
mention-
give him credit. He has more emotion than Keanu Reeves, at least. Oh, wait, Dwibs. The sad piano music says you're supposed to feel sad here.
by the it's funny you mentioned him being Keanu Reeves because one of the race controversies was, well, Melissa Anderson of the Dallas Observer argues that the mute docile portrayal of Ower effectively endorses the Uncle Tom stereotype of African American submission to white authority. So apparently this isn't even how the real Ower actually acted.
I've seen soap operas with better drama than this.
So let me him acting all dull. I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess they probably did act a bit down, but not this submissive, since that's part of the racial controversy. I mean, and I kind of do see it. He is acting a bit too submissive to everything. I mean, granted, I could get that he's not so smart, but Jesus, dude, have a bit of a backbone.
Yeah, or even better, just get one from King's Quest 7.
And now I love how...
I mean, that's-
no, okay, so we're gonna buy them some clothes.
And I'll just let the audience know. Look, I understand. Not everyone's going to act the way we want them to act, but from what I've researched and from what I've seen, and literally minutes, the real Mike Oher didn't even really act this submissive, and yeah, it seems like he's just acting submissive all for the sake of having the Sandra Bullock character here be the one who brings him out of his shell.
The key word here is melodrama.
Actually, come to think of it, from what I also hear, it was sort of both the wife and the husband's decision to adopt him. Yet, so far, the film seems to be giving the most credit to the wife, where no text seems to suggest that she was the one
Jova,
who
Jova, if you're expecting the husband to be an actual character, you're in bad luck, because he's not.
I don't know how to feel about that, since from what I hear, the husband must have had quite a bit to do, since, he's the flipping coach of the apparently football team doing.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight.
Sorry, Jova, but you failed.
So let me get this straight. This is a sports drama film, partially, and yet the husband who's the coach still has little to no interaction.
Jova, get your terms right, Jova. It's a semi-biographical sports drama film.
Doesn't it just roll off the tongue, Dwayne?
Yeah, I can see that catching on.
The sad thing is, giving something a genre like that just
seems pretentious.
It's like a poor man's excuse. It's like, it's not just that, but it seems lazy. It's like, what's the point of a semi-biography? I mean, why not just do a full biography? It's like with Cyberbully, where, they did sort of a biography, but left out, the actual suicide and just turned it into attempted suicide.
I've got a problem with this film.
Go
It
ahead.
doesn't really feel like a film made for cinemas. It just feels like a made-for-TV thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's got the same production value.
And I love this. These are her rich friends talking about it. This is going to be kind of funny.
Rich white Southerners. Wow. I don't know whether I should scream symbolism or not. Though that does feed into part of the racial controversy.
So yeah, apparently Sandra's character has a history of being overly charitable. Well, at least they're acknowledging it.
Being charitable is most unorthodox.
So wait, is this
I think it's now. I think it's now where it says one of the more corny lines. I think.
God, Sandra, you could have picked him some better shirts.
Yeah.
Again, when are we going to get to her officially adopting him? According to history, none of this should be happening until they actually adopted him.
But don't you see, Jova? They have to get to know each other before that.
But it's creepy kidnapping. It's illegal.
But Jova, this is so sweet and...
Yeah, it's charming and stuff.
Yeah, gee, just like it was charming in Timothy Green. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. It was pretentious.
Anyway, now I'm going to willingly be right back.
Okay, I hate to bring up another comparison with radio, but dear Lord, you need to be doing more what radio did. It's like, well, in radio, they actually had stuff going on with the kid actually interacting with the coach and us seeing how he developed over time. Here, we've had so many of these still moments where it's just them doing everyday life. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there's going to be some everyday life scenes, but why not actually show more development?
Spatial relations?
Huh.
Isn't that sweet? Oh, here it is. This is one of the more pretentious, one of the more sappy, corny lines. So pay attention.
Well, at least now they've adopted him.
Yep. Here you go. Here you go. Listen. Here we go. Jesus
I don't know
Christ.
whether or not that's historically accurate, so if it was, whatever.
Basically,
But yes,
hey,
if it
guess
wasn't,
what?
then that was corny.
Hey, guess what? Basically, she offered him a bed, an actual bed room, and he's like,
Yeah.
I've never had one before. What? A room to yourself? A bed. Emotional manipulation for the win! Oh my god.
Okay. You know what? Seriously, at some point I have to show you guys the movie Radio because, like this movie, that's about a black kid who, of course, has a bit of a sports background, football, and it's about a white guy coach, actually helping him, raising him better. And, that actually does a lot better of a job at doing it. In fact, yeah, this feels like a poor man's Radio.
Okay, see,
No offense to Mike Oher, of course. I actually respect the guy as a sports player, but the way they're trying to portray his story seems, well,
that shot,
unbelievably flawed.
that shot there made him look like he was in prison.
Yeah.
Was
A
that
C
supposed to
plus,
be-
guys! He got a C plus. He's improving. Ah.
Yeah, but one of the reasons I burped was to check if I had any cider. Unfortunately, not.
Oh, no drunk
Yeah.
tips. No drunk tips for today.
So looks
Oh,
like
yeah, that reminds
one
me.
sober.
That reminds me, since he's now succeeding, I should probably bring up another bit of racial controversy brought up in the notes of critics. The Blind Side has been criticized as presenting a white savior narrative in which Oher, an African-American male, is unable to overcome poverty and personal failure without the guidance of adoptive white mother Toei. For example, Jeffrey Montes de Aca of the University of Colorado writes that in The Blind Side's portrayal of adoption, charity operates as a signifying act of whiteness that obscures the
You see,
social
look
relations of
how completely disgustingly awesome and lovingly they are. Like it's like they came out of a fucking TV commercial. Seriously.
Yeah. All the racial controversy kind of convinces me that the reason they're acting so hunky-dory is just to avoid any more counts of racial controversy. Because, well, hey, a white family being scared of a black guy.
It's got nothing to do with the fact that he's black. It's just because he's a stranger. They don't know anything about him.
I know, but I'm absolutely convinced that that's the reason they're acting all hunky-dory, because the makers of the film were scared that they would get called out on
If he
racial
was
stuff.
what? If he
And honestly,
if
if they did get called out on stuff like that, I would actually myself say, okay, seriously, that's just overreacting.
It could be white.
They
It could be white, yellow, multicolored. I don't care. He's a stranger and he could be dangerous.
Yeah, this does seem very unrealistic. Unless I actually get an official article saying that they did act as hunky-dory, I ain't buying
Again,
it.
this is the kind of thing you see on soap operas, and even then, even some soap operas don't stoop this low.
Really? Soap operas actually have people being hunky-dory? Because usually every soap opera I've seen...
Well, it depends on which soap. Depends on the soap opera, really. Some are worse than others.
Oh, let me guess. He's learning to read, finally. Granted, maybe this is more legit or something. I don't know. You see, I mean, okay, I would know that this was legit or not more so if the film actually, acted a bit more realistic. But with the way they're acting so hunky-dory and cheerful, so I get the feeling that they're kind of patronizing the character of Mike Oher. And from what I've heard of Mike Oher nowadays, he sounds like a smart enough guy.
You know what's interesting, Jova? One of the episodes of House that me and Web saw recently actually addressed this thing about how white people should stop patronizing black people and just let them make their own decisions, even if they are wrong decisions. So, and except House did it much better, obviously.
Who's this guy?
One of his friends or something.
Okay.
Oh no, brother. Never mind. It says brother. So
he's one of 12 kids.
So if he has a brother with a job, how come he's not living with him?
Because he's 17, and I guess his brother doesn't have enough money to raise him, which I could see happening. So,
Hold on. Yeah. This acting is again Oscar winning performance, everybody.
The long, sullen, drawn-out moments.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously, can the husband actually have some input?
Nope. He's just there to drive. He's the driver.
So far this film seems insulting to Mike Ower's character and to Sean Toey's character.
Jova, I think we're supposed to feel something.
I remember this. I remember this story as a kid. Ah, good old Ferdinand. Have you ever read that book?
Look.
Are you listening?
The daughter is touched by this wonderful moment too.
Why do we care what the daughter thinks now?
Jesus Christ, this is so saccharine. Oh my God.
If it's any consolation, Pedro, it doesn't sound like anyone really fell for it.
I know. It's just that I mean, even as far as Oscar bait shit goes, I've seen better.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is so obviously Oscar bait. I mean, heck, we're not even. I think we're almost a third into this movie, and
this movie
already.
Not to mention, this movie had the fortune of coming out in 2009. This was right after the Academy extended the nominees for Best Picture from 5 to 10. So this movie had plenty of slots to be inserted.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like Michael. There are a lot of competent handlings of this movie. Like, the direction, well, acting-wise at least seems all right, and of course, Sandra Bullock's performance, while technically as corny as it is good. Granted, we know why it's good.
I love how while they're having sex, they're still talking about Michael.
Oh, goody! Christmas time!
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh, let me guess. It's going to be one Christmas he's not in the picture, but yet another picture he is going to be in. Thus symbolizing that back then he didn't feel like he was part of the family, but by the time he does feel like he's in the family, then they'll show the picture of him with them.
My God, Jova, you must be a fucking wizard.
Wow, this movie really is that predictable.
Smile, Jova.
Rebels.
Merry Christmas. Oh man.
Oh, goody, football. I could use that to take my mind off of.
I have to admit, I kind of appreciate this movie for how easy to make fun of it is.
Oh yes, it is. Whoa, Sandra Bullock. What's with the whole of a sudden exaggeration of the southern accent? It's like, there, all of a sudden.
Because she's sassy and now she's getting all riled up, Jova.
Well, hey, at least he doesn't slip into Western, which is something that can happen. Or does she slip into Western at some point? Oh. Awkward.
Oh boy, I think this is actually one of the parts where we get that awful line from the trailer. You'll see it, Joe. Hold on.
Yeah.
Trust me, this is gonna be quite a doozy. Wait,
what?
What?
But I thought you already adopted him. Oh boy, her father's one of those people, isn't he?
Well, of course, Jova. Well, to be fair, Jova, her dad was probably from the 1930s.
Oh, I
40s,
know.
So.
Oh, trust me. I know. My mom was also from those times. Also, is my grandfather.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. You know, the ironic thing is, like, well, this isn't even where the racial controversy spouted from. So apparently they handled this legit, but the other stuff? Ugh.
There you go. Listen. Oh, that was terrible. Jeez.
I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, what is even the point of this discussion? Except, is it to establish that her friends here are...
Don't you see, Jova?
racist?
It's supposed to establish that she's changing he's changing her life. You know, Jova. He's touching her heart.
And yet this spouted from a conversation about racism. It's like, okay, look, don't get me wrong. I do like it when film people do like to address that racism is bad, but I don't know. The way they're bringing in the racism subplot, it's not insulting. It does
I think
address
this is
it, but
the
it feels
daughter...
so out of place.
Hold on. Basically, apparently the kids make fun of Michael or something. Isn't that sweet, Jova?
Sure, why not?
It's fine. Of course it's fine. Why would I ever have an actual personality? You know, I'm just fine with everything.
But I'm sorry. I mean, I'm still stuck on the fact that, okay, she says that there's no point in legally adopting.
Hold on. Dibs, you're back? Mm-hmm. Dibs, you missed that line from the trailer.
You missed quite a doozy.
You missed that line from the trailer where you're changing this boy's life. No, he's changing mine.
And also, Dwibs, we also established that Sandra... Oh, but even better, Dwibs, we've even established that Sandra Bullock's father and possibly her friends are racist.
Look, guys, he's pushing the swing for the girls.
Oh, great, because the movie wasn't emotionally manipulative enough.
Yep, we're gonna bring in racism to emotionally manipulate us. And like I said, Michael, it's not so much that they included racial stuff because, okay, we need to address stuff like that, but it's the way they're bringing it in. And literally, it led up to the scene, he's changing my life. It's like, well, I mean, it feels so out of place.
He feels so alone.
Subtle. Real freaking subtle.
Subtle? What is this subtlety you talk about, Jova?
Hey, come to mention it. Not to mention the fact that this also goes back to what could very well be...
Wait, Jova. Hold on, I love this one. Oh, she's gonna help him study. I'm so touched by
So, I guess he's in college now.
These people are so disgustingly bland and honky-dory. It's flat out vomit-inducing. Jesus. Oh, God.
Question, was Mike or even really this lonely, unless it's just his college years?
I don't know, Joe. Again, I only know the movie. I don't know anything about the source material. Or the real story.
Because, a lot of these seem to be screaming historical inaccuracy to me for the sake of, making it more dramatic.
Hell, I'll argue that even if some of this stuff is actual happened, okay, again, like I said, just because something did technically happen in real life, that doesn't automatically mean it's good for from film script.
To be fair, if they want to include something that did happen for historical accuracy, more points to them. But the real issue is when you include some things that actually did happen that seem out there, yet you gloss over a lot of stuff or downright alter other things.
But Jova, don't you get it? Michael is changing Sandra's life.
Again,
how?
Because
Dwibs, he touched her heart.
Okay, look. I get that it was a good thing in his life when he did get adopted by these two because they're apparently the ones who helped him out a lot. But the way they're doing it, like I said, it makes him seem like he can't do a dang thing on his own. And he was more capable than that. I mean, it's to the point where he can barely even talk without them.
But Jova, then things wouldn't be melodramatic enough.
Radio did this so... Okay, granted, with Radio, the character was a bit different, and he was in a bit of a different mood state, and his mother was alive for a good amount of the film, but still, Radio does the whole sports drama thing involving a black kid being helped by a white person a lot better.
Check this out, Dibs. Jova, I think this movie is changing your life.
No, it's... Wait, are we the ones changing the movie's life?
Hey Joe, I reckon Joe will have forgotten about the movie by tomorrow.
Well, so did the rest of the world. So
Yeah, and I mean, this movie is...
again, I'll just quote TJ, the Amazing Atheist, or just Roger as he was back then in that got the glasses. Could somebody please give Sandra her Oscar so she could stop making this shit already?
Yeah, it's like, seriously, I mean, well, it's like, well, this is quite possibly one of the worst things you can do. Alter details and facts that actually did happen into stuff that didn't happen for the sake of increasing the melodrama. I mean, seriously, make the kid more realistic. Like, have him stand up for himself occasionally, but have him be a bit shy about it. Or, have him be down in the dumps, yes, but also show that he occasionally does have a bright side.
Silly.
Don't just go all with one extreme just so we can have a complete 180 of a characterization. Because, well, you don't really have characterization. You have
no...
What else? A 180!
Silly, Jova. That would mean the kid has a personality.
Yeah.
We can't have that. Duez, why don't you talk about what do you think? Do you agree with Jova, I'm guessing?
Really, all I'm seeing is just it's just like this is like a blank piece of paper. The movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe that's the blind side.
It's interesting how a movie that's supposed to be about a famous black person is it's possibly one of the widest movies ever made.
You know what's weird, Psycho? I mean, honestly, if you're going to do an adaptation of the book, why not do both halves?
Bro fist!
Honestly, I get the feeling that this movie might have benefited if they showed, like, a full adaptation of the book, because a lot of this just seems like needless filler. Well, there are quite a few reasons you would want a driver's license.
Wait, hold on. Like, why is that supposed to be worthy? I don't even know. Wait. Don't you have to take it?
Isn't there supposed to be a driving test?
Yeah, I know. I was about to say that too.
In fact, don't you need to get a permit first? Does he even have a permit?
Fuck you, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, and I guess that's it for that. So
there you go, Dwebs. There you go, Dwebs. Turns out you've been doing it wrong. You just need Sandra Bullock to help you get your driver's license.
So we wasted a whole awe moment and a pointless scene on him getting his license, and we don't even know if he's qualified to get it yet. This movie has quite a talent for focusing too much on certain things yet glossing over the stuff that would come in handy.
Yeah.
Child psychologist. Really? Are you serious, man? You really think his gift is the gift to forget?
Yes, why not?
You've seen how sad this kid has been for a time. You're telling me he spent God knows how long in it. He hasn't been able to tell that this kid is obviously hurting inside. Dwibs. From all the scenes that you've seen, Maiko, or in his sad stuff, would you say that his gift is forgetting and that, he doesn't have any pain inside?
Of course his gift's forgetting. Everyone forgot about this film.
Mm-hmm.
No, I meant the character itself. I mean, I go, honestly, that's the father's argument. It's like, well, he doesn't... shoot, this movie's so forgetful, I forgot the specifics. But basically, Michael doesn't really...
This is actually one of the first scenes in the trailer. I love this one. Again, allow me to remind you that this is an Oscar-winning performance. What is that?
She pointed to? Oh, I get it. She pointed to a picture of George W. Bush.
Oh, now?
Just now? I could have sworn that we had a scene earlier where she was trying to be a legal guardian, but no, only now. So, up to this point, it's been borderline kidnapping.
But Jova, he's changing her life.
Yes. She's changing her life so much that she's going to end up in jail.
I'm surprised they didn't say she was dead. Oh, man.
I guess there's no legal obligations of confidentiality.
Well, what about you? Do you see the Oscar worthiness yet?
Dwayne, wake up.
I guess.
Huh?
Did you fall asleep?
No, I was getting a bit distracted. Is all. Sorry.
Yeah.
Steve.
Boy. Are you seeing the Oscar-winning performance yet?
All I'm seeing is just Sandra Bullock.
Yep. Oh, here it is. We're actually wait. Actually, I don't think it's now. Never mind.
Actually, oh my God, Liz, I think you've given me an idea. That's why there's so much Sandra Bullock. There's so much of her in this movie that you couldn't think otherwise except just give her an Oscar, give her an Oscar, give her an Oscar. It's subliminal messaging.
Of course. I kidnapped him.
Now, look, maybe they are the better family, but isn't this illegal?
But I guess she doesn't care at all.
I'm pretty sure the government. What? Never mind.
Does anybody in this movie behave like a fucking human being?
Again,
All that I've seen so far.
Again, let me remind you that actual historical text clearly states that they adopted him in 2004. I'm pretty sure the bonding happened, during the adoption period. So why not just have this happen after adopting him? Well, not this, but the whole, bonding scenes.
Stop asking questions and just enjoy the show.
That his mother thinks the worst of him. Oh. Well, according to history, he had very good reason to be worried about you.
Of course you have. There's no such thing as a character in an Oscar bait movie that doesn't have quote-unquote health problems.
Line?
It's alright, why would I need a birth certificate?
Wait. Why does she want to figure out about his dad and everything now? I mean, lady, weren't you talking about legally adopting the boy? I mean, and he's already a part of the state since he's already been taken in, so why would you need the original parents' consent at this point?
Hold on, Jova, I guess you're supposed to feel sad now.
I get the feeling that the only reason they included the mother was just so they could give us all that historical exposition about Mike or his parents divorcing and whatnot, and his mother having health issues. I mean, seriously, is there actually any story-driven reason why?
But Jova, this is so emotional.
So you're... Oh my God, am I right?
Yes, you are.
Dwibs, how did you enjoy that little history lesson?
I don't know. I guess he's muted. I guess he's BR again. Anyway. Yeah.
Well, background.
So they're holding hands.
So are we supposed to hate his mother, sympathize with her, feel sorry for her?
I don't even the piano.
Yeah.
Well, Jova. Didn't the piano music tell you we're supposed to feel sorry?
Well, I don't know whether we're supposed to feel sorry for him or for her. In fact, we don't even see him interact with his mother. But you already had him being in. Wait, let me get this straight. You already had him being one of the family photos, when he didn't really want
And
to
of
be.
course, everybody
Just- you're
accepts
asking-
this. And of course, they're treating getting this new family member like they found an extra Twinkie in their pocket. Like seriously.
To be fair, at this point they've gotten to know him, so I could see why they'd be happy. Now, if only we could actually have, it's like okay. If I were writing this movie, basically, I'd have them act skeptical when he
Oh,
first.
guys, look, he's got a reaction.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he smiled.
And
Oh, get it? Blind.
Blindside. I guess that's the title.
Anywho, I mean, basically now it is somewhat more legit that they would be.
Guys, he got himself a piano. I'm so complete right now. You guys don't even know. I'm so happy.
I'm just glad that they're actually having the father interact with him for once.
Again, this is the most disgustingly happy family ever.
Shoot, I hate when I repeat words like that.
What's next? Are they gonna start farting roses or something? Like,
It's like, here's the thing. It's like, well,
Or fart
If they
roses,
had-
piss rainbows.
yeah.
honestly, I feel this would have worked better if, when they first introduced him, brought him in like that. Like, okay, some of the family is acting unsure around him. And then by getting to know him, when he actually becomes a member of the family, then they act hunky-dory because they've gotten to know him well. But no, this is pretty much the same way they've been acting towards him the entire film.
Yep.
So,
Because fuck character development. Don't disobey me, or I'll recite more things in my southern accent, boy. This is the American one. What do you think of her southern accent?
wait, why did you say Dwibs is the American one?
Actually,
Howdy, y'all.
I said Jova, didn't I? Whatever. Jova, what do you think
No,
of
you
her
said
southern
Dwibs.
accent? Whatever. What do you think of her southern accent?
It's fine for the most part, but it's a bit inconsistent with how deep her southern accent is. Like, sometimes she'll speak, the usual slight southern, but then she'll go like, yee-haw, or howdy, and all that.
Anyway, Dwibs, you see, it turns out you've been doing it wrong all this time. All you need to get your driver's license is get Sandra Bullock to help you.
Ugh.
So there you go.
If it were that easy, I'd done it years ago.
So, okay. I like that they're
What the
having an
fuck is the
interactive-
point of this scene exactly?
And crash.
There we go.
Oh
I had a
no!
feeling something like this was going to happen.
Of course something bad had to happen, because now we get to do more melodrama! Yay!
Okay, so they've got their airbags on, so they should be fine.
I hope the kid's okay, though, because airbags can potentially kill a kid. Oh, no.
I got distracted.
Oh, boy.
I don't care. He's not even a character. He's a fucking loaf of bread with a face. Oh, of course!
It's fine. Okay, so he's fine. So, now what?
So what was the point of that exactly? I mean, if in a movie, you're
It's like the Country for Old Men pointless car crash.
okay. If you're not movie, you've been doing melodrama all the just go all the way. I mean, you got nothing to lose at this point. Just go full blown soap opera on us. Why not? Might as well. I mean, at least other Oscar bait movies have to just go with it. This one isn't even actually bothering to give. Now it's just teasing us at this point. Yes.
So the kid's fine.
Yeah,
So what's the dilemma now?
So basically, the car crash was apparently a good thing. The
Good thing. How?
Well, he said, "Oh, he's enjoying the attention." So,
Oh, yeah,
so,
that.
so nothing bad came of this, apparently.
Oh, shoot. Why didn't you tell anyone?
Because he's a moron.
No,
Okay.
seriously, there's being shy, and then there's just being downright idiotic for your own health.
Okay, whatever. Well, I guess everybody's gotten over that, so let's move on.
And honestly,
Michael
the kids
Owen
seem...
blames Sandra Bullock's film The Blind Side for wrecking his career.
What? He actually does that?
I'll post it for you.
Oh my god, you're serious?
He what?
The real Michael Orr hates this movie and blames her for, ruling his career and shit like that because the movie is incredibly inaccurate and shit.
Oh my god, so I was right. Oh. Carolina Panthers left tackle says the 2009 movie is the reason he has been cut from 2 teams in the past 6 years. Ower spoke out after being involved in a fight with a defensive end, Coney Eli. Speaking about The Blind Side, he said he does not like the movie.
Well, no shit. Maybe because the movie is a complete mockery of his life.
Yeah. Which told the story of the formerly homeless teen, taken in by a wealthy Memphis, Tennessee family who introduced him to football, a sport that not
Wait,
only
did
helped
she
him
just
go
touch his ass? She touched his ass. Is that an America thing?
Question: the husband's the coach, right?
No, it wasn't the husband. It was some other guy.
Oh, okay. Weird.
That's what I'm saying though. If it was her husband, I guess it wouldn't be that much of a big deal. Maybe it's just a personal thing they have. But she literally
maybe she's the one more into football, I guess. Ugh. Believe it or not.
And now apparently Sandra Bullock teaches football.
Believe it or not, we actually do have a few female football players.
I'm convinced. The reason she wanted to win an Oscar so badly. Okay. She thought, what do people like about Oscars performances? Oh, I know, the Jesus-y characters.
Yep.
Here's what Ower had to say. I'm not trying to prove anything, Ower told ESPN. People look at me and they take things away from me because of a movie. They don't really see the skills and the kind of player I am. That's why I get downgraded so much, because of something off the field. This stuff, calling me a bust, people saying if I can play or not, has nothing to do with football. It's something else off the field. That's why I don't like the movie. Ower went on to say that players in his position are often overlooked, but because of the movie, he is constantly being judged. Nobody's paying attention to the offense.
His face.
I'm getting watched for everything. I know what type of player I am. Everybody else that I know knows what type of player I am. So that kind of stuff doesn't worry me, Ower said. True story. The 2009 film starring Sandra Bullock told the story of how Ower went from being homeless to entering the NFL as a first-round draft pick. Family. Ower, however, thinks he has been downgraded as a player because of the movie.
Oh, well.
Okay. So, yeah, according to Ower himself, this film is historically inaccurate.
Yes, Michael.
Woo.
Oh, weird. Also, apparently, according to real life, Miss Toey and her husband Sean were fast food franchise owners.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, they took Ower into their home in 2004 after realizing his dire situation and eventually adopting him as their son. Well, it's kind of telling when, the guy who the very movie is based off of criticizes it.
Yeah.
And
then again, that happened with Patch Adams.
Yeah. And, I can sort of see how this might...
I'll still take this over Patch Adams, though. But just still.
Really? Oh, what exactly elevates Patch Adams over this? I'd say that they're kind of equally bad in that regard.
I don't know. I find Patch Adams more insulting, personally.
Fair enough. I can sort of see how this would hurt his career as a football player, though, because, I mean, it seems to be suggesting that he's not as capable without someone. Which, again, goes back to the also documented racial controversy. Dear Lord, this movie. It's the movie that just keeps on giving, even when you don't need it to.
All right, we play.
Hey, look! Hey, Dwibs, we're finally getting to the goddamn football.
After 1 hour and 13 minutes.
But yeah, going back to what I was saying, we actually do have a few female players in football. And yes, they actually intermingle with the male players at times. Because, well, football is such a male-dominated sport that there's not really a women's league, from what I know.
All right, here we go.
Oh, let me guess. Star player injured. Ower has to sub in for him.
Let's see. Actually, I think he's already playing. Yeah, he is.
Hey, wait.
So wait, they're all targeting him.
Well, of course, Dwibs.
Oh,
He's the main
he's the
character.
big guy.
We have to get Michael, in trouble so that we can feel sorry for him later. Don't you see? That's how melodrama works.
To be fair, it's part of a football tactic. Oh, that. Never mind. Yep, they're targeting him for the sake of the movie.
I love how this. She doesn't even seem like she gives a shit. Let's go, Michael. Let's go, Michael. Let's go.
Dear Lord, the patronizing of this movie is
Off the
breaking
charts.
scale.
Yep. Hey, Dwebs. Here's what you should do. When we go to Stamford Bridge, here's how you should cheer for Chelsea. Go on, Chelsea. Go on. See if it works.
Gee, maybe that's what Brazil needed those years when they went against Germany.
Yeah.
Come on, Brazil.
Go
Come
on.
You can.
Go on.
Come on.
Go on, boy.
on. You're only leading 5-0.
Go on, boy.
6-0.
Come on, Brazil. You can do it. You can reclaim your glory. Also, yeah, fun fact, we've actually started bringing American football games over to England. In fact, one of my dad's... Huh?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hey, we're also bringing rugby over here, so might as well exchange.
But rugby actually does require a lot of brute strength. You just wear padding.
You're carrying yourself. Wait a minute. The coach is carrying his cell phone mid-game? What kind of professional are you?
And he's taking advice from Sandra Bullock's character? Why is Sandra Bullock the one instructing the coach? Does she own him or something?
Because God darn it, she wants to help Michael. Ugh.
Sandra, you're not exactly helping the whole Southern drunk stereotype. And
Mommy, when you say shooting, do you mean shooting a gun?
No, honey, I mean shooting as in beating the crap out of him.
Jova, remember, you gotta do a Southern accent.
Or with the camera. Well, son, I do mean with shooting, but with the camera.
there we go.
Oh, and we haven't even gotten to the other line from the trailer. You threaten my son. You threaten me. Oh my god.
Come on. He's gone.
He's gone. By gosh, he's gone. They took his job. They took his job. Remember, Jova, the WWE episode?
Yeah.
They took his job. Okay, So, okay, we get it. It's a football game. But can we move on? I mean,
Well, we did ask for the sport.
I guess.
To be fair, Pedro, remember, this is a semi-biographical sports drama.
Semi. Keyword being semi.
So yeah. Would you say this is an even worse sports drama than United Passions?
What do you think, Lips?
No.
Yeah, I agree. For all its problems, at least this movie is
fair enough.
For
At least it's actual good acting.
At least this movie is trying to do something else than just suck FIFA's balls.
I'm sorry, but what's sucking of FIFA's balls? I've said it before and I'll say it again. That has got to be one of the most anti-FIFA films I've ever seen.
Oh, I don't know. I guess some kind of melodrama bomb just happened and I missed it.
Does it really matter at this point?
Oh, he's actually giving advice, and they're listening to him. It's just like in the radio movie!
When did the radio come out?
Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up, actually.
Go ahead. Oh boy, here we go. This is it.
It came out in 2000.
Okay. If I know my predictable melodrama, this is where he scores the winning goal or
something. When did it come out, Jova?
2003. It's also a semi-biographical sports drama film.
All right, here we go. Okay, is he gonna beat the crap out of that guy? I don't know. This is exactly why I don't particularly. I mean, but I don't know. I find American football to be, for the most part, kind of hilarious because. Are you allowed to do that in American football?
Tackle?
No. He clearly threw him off the field.
He dragged him all the way to the opposite end of the pitch and threw him over the fence.
Is that allowed?
I'm pretty sure that would get you a foul. Yes, technical foul. Okay, what is with this coach? Does he just downright suck?
These refs are the most incompetent ones I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No. Didn't the refs make a call with the technical foul?
Yeah, apparently it happened off.
But they missed the opposition player kicking him in the head.
Yeah.
Blatantly, right in front of them.
Oh, that. Of course, it's a sports drama cliche. Of course,
guys.
Little comment.
Of course, it's
little.
Well, to be fair, so that's a common sports film cliche. Make it seem like the team we're rooting for has the lower hand because even the refs don't believe in them.
Oh, and guess what? The daughter is in the cheerleading group, of course.
Whoa.
Woo!
Yay! Actual legal stuff, finally.
Okay, so here's my. Okay, so basically, this is Michael's tactic when playing football. Just push people.
Well, basically, the way football is like, well, you can shove away players and whatnot. The idea is to keep the guy who has the ball from getting tackled.
Okay, Michael, and by that I mean movie Michael, not the actual real Michael, or movie Michael. You picked the wrong career. Go to the WWE or something.
Yeah, I have to feel. I really do feel sorry for Mike Oher.
This is such a I've never read the book. I've never actually gotten to see the actual real story, and even I can tell this is blatantly, stupidly misrepresentation.
Yep. And with actual confirmation from Mike Oher himself, that ain't exactly helping this movie's case.
It's interesting. Oh, look, guys.
He's the opposition.
He's a good sport. Yeah, that's the highlight of the game right there.
Yeah, that's illegal, but...
Wait,
Michael Oher, the Terminator.
What? Okay, that would be a much more interesting movie. Can we have that?
Michael Oher, the Terminator. Da, 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 da.
That would be a more interesting movie.
By the way, wasn't Kathy Bates? You know, Kathy Bates' name is high on the casting. Where the heck is Kathy Bates?
I think she's one of the. Let me check. I'll check.
Really, if she was one of the rich friends, then well, I still don't see why she would have as high top billing, and none of those looked like her.
Because Kathy Bates is well known for Misery, so they figured, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Let's
see.
see.
Kathy Bates is Miss Sue.
Miss Sue.
Who?
I guess she's one of the rich friends, or one of the teachers.
Oh, never mind. She's apparently the private tutor, the famous private tutor.
Ah, okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, look, he's becoming a famous player and shit.
Where have I? Hey, let's see. A guy with education issues becoming a big-time football player. Gee, I've never seen that before.
My God, even the cheerleading is fucking annoyingly hunky-dory.
Okay, okay. Is Sandra Bullock all of a sudden buying this team or something?
But don't you see, Jova? She's helping her dear son and shit.
What does the cheerleading have to do with it?
Because the cheerleaders lacked confidence or something?
Because,
You know the ironic...
because as Dwib said, Jesus characters for Oscars and shit.
You know it's ironic that Radio, the movie, got a lower rating on Rotten Tomatoes than this, and yet pretty much everywhere else actually has higher ratings, like on IMDb, Metacritic. Heck, even Roger Ebert praised that movie.
You know, lady,
yet,
your quote-unquote son is kind of 17 years old. Maybe you should allow him to stand up for himself once in a while instead of always being there to... Just saying.
Yep, I'm definitely seeing the racial controversy there with how submissive he's acting. I mean, seriously, no wonder his career would have taken a hit. I mean, heck, if you went off this film, you would think that the guy can't so much as tie his own shoes without his mother looming over him.
And now is that the wet banana except red?
Okay, is he gonna kiss him?
A confrontation? I don't know.
Maybe they're practice. Are they practicing for the? Oh yeah, they are. They're practicing for the. For the starting thing. The rush.
Right.
For a moment there, I thought that this was a sumo match.
Yeah, basically they're doing that practicing for the thing, like where the other players cover. So of course you need to be strong to take on the other player head on to keep him off your fellow man. I take it rugby handles that a bit differently.
I don't know.
Dibs?
Hmm?
Does rugby handle this differently?
I'm not entirely sure. I've only seen a few rugby
Hey, look,
matches.
guys, FedEx product placement for a second there.
Ding!
Ah, yeah, this plot point. Granted, this is actually historically accurate about his issues with getting into college and whatnot. But again, the issues, they only seem to focus on the absolute negatives of Michael as a person. They never seem to bring up his more spunky stuff or his actual positives.
But Jova, the negative stuff is best for melodrama.
Dwibs, what do you have to say to that? It's like only the negative things. It's like, hey, Dwibs, imagine if they made a movie based off of you.
Okay,
and
allow
where
me.
you rose from your darkest time, but only focused on the bad stuff.
Go ahead, Dibs.
Well, yeah, they have plenty to pick from, but other than that, I've had some positive moments as well.
Okay,
exactly.
Allow me to be a bit more constructive then. Okay, this is a typical example of bad writing. Like, the writer doesn't actually know how to actually have, a full-blown character arc, build up to... Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Remember, the writer was also the director.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dips.
Oh, look, Kathy Bates playing a spiritual... Hey, guys, Kathy Bates playing a spiritual character. What is it with this movie and ripping off stuff like Tom Hanks's,
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gump and now Kathy Bates from Misery.
Except Forrest Gump was actually good. I mean,
Oh, I
seriously.
know. I'm just saying it's like, well, yeah, you know what? This is starting to feel like a ripoff of Forrest Gump. It's like,
Not to see the thing of Forrest Gump had more of an excuse because the main character was flat out mentally challenged, so it made sense for him to be more submissive.
that's not the case of Mike Goer. He's just had educational issues because he hasn't had a good upbringing and he's never really gotten good at it. He's not mentally challenged. He's, at worst, unbelievably shy and just not that willing to come out of his shell.
Okay, allow me to finish what I was saying. This is plain flat out case of bad writing. The writer cannot actually create a full character arc, build up to a dramatic moment. So all he does is pull every soap opera cliche in the book and string them together because that will make a touching movie. Apparently,
I'm just gonna check. What did John Lee Hancock do before or after this?
let's see.
I'll check.
In the meantime,
he did Saving Mr. Banks.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, he actually did he actually write it or did he just direct it?
He just directed it.
Oh, okay, that explains it because Saving Mr. Banks was actually pretty damn good.
I can definitely see the similarities in the directing tone.
Okay, in terms of movies, do you want me to just go by films he's just directed?
Go ahead.
Show us both.
What, directing and writing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, even when he's in a private tuition, she's still looking over him. Seriously, why don't you go look over him when he's taking a piss? Or might as well at this point.
Anyway, he's directed. In terms of directing, he's directed Hard Time Romance, The Rookie, The Alamo, The Blind Side, Saving Mr. Banks, and The Founder. In terms of writing, he wrote Hard Time Romance, A Perfect World, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil,
Really?
The Alamo, The Blind Side, Snow White and the Huntsman. And he's writing the upcoming Magnificent Seven movie and The Gory Girls.
So he's written some good, but some bad.
Yeah.
So is Kathy Bates' character going to play enough of a substantial role to warrant bringing, Kathy freaking Bates into this, Pedro?
I'm pretty sure no, from what I remember of this movie.
Oh God! So was that one scene all?
Well, Jova, again, it's a classic case in bad movies that they like to waste good actors by bringing them to a role that doesn't even need that specific actor.
Yeah, but at least with Chappie, we had more than one scene with Hugh Jackman and Dev Patel. But you're telling me that you're going to waste Kathy Bates, who is still an acting legend, for one scene? That just no. That's a cameo. You cannot give her top billing like that, and yet have her in one scene.
I've seen plenty of films that have been like that,
Joe, but this is a case of marketing, okay?
Well, yeah, okay. Technically, there have been movies that have done stuff like that, but with that, they're more self-aware of the fact that they're more cameos. I mean, heck, they even say guest starring, but they don't really list her as a guest star. They list her as a main star.
It's like in Pirates.
Robin Williams knew not to, portray him as like, a main big character because he was only there for near the ending.
It's like in Pirates 3, where Chow Yun-fat got top billing, even though he's in the movie for 10 minutes.
And to be fair, I think with Chow Yun-fat, they put the "and" in front of his name, and Chow Yun-fat. So
is that Philip Seymour Hoffman? Oh no, okay. Oh, there she is again.
Is she a Vulcan now?
Oh, that would actually be cool. Kathy Bates is a Vulcan.
I study humans. Marrying your mother was logical.
Logical. In fact, I was watching Star Trek 2009 right now.
Yeah, but don't you see, Dwibs? That's a Orky and Kurtzman movie, so you're supposed to hate it.
And also, Pedro, it's not Star Trek. Star Trek isn't supposed to be just action.
Oh, I see what they're doing.
Because before Orky and Kurtzman came about, Star Trek was always full of substance and shit, right?
I mean, Star Trek is mostly about, scientific stuff and morals and all that. But the problem is
I
that
know what
for
I
the
mean.
past few films, they've done it badly.
I know what I mean.
Honestly, James, even the shows would occasionally slip off of that anyway.
Threshold.
Brofist!
Yeah.
A B plus. He's improving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to look at
I know
this.
what F and A mean because they pretty much speak for themselves. But
Let's see.
what's B, Jover? Is that kind of like a good grade?
Oh, you guys don't have the B's and A's over?
We don't follow the
Over
A
here,
to F pattern.
well, over here in
Okay.
Portugal, it's a special. Over here in Portugal, up until before you hit high school, it's either it's either negative, positive, or good, very good, or excellent. Something like that. Basically, words. But starting with high school, it's a scale from 1 to 20.
Anywho, basically, James, B's are like 80, and then B pluses are 85% and up, and A's and A pluses are 90 to 100.
What's an A minus?
A minus tends to vary based on the school you're going to. It could be something like a 90 something, or like something close to 90, but is a high 80s. It varies with what school it is and what they use A minus for.
Even though I don't even know his dad, but yeah, sure, he's.
By the way, Pedro, we established that Sandra Bullock's father in this movie is a racist. Are we ever actually going to see him coming to terms with, them including a black guy in the family since, they brought it up?
I'm gonna take a while guessing that the father is quote unquote not around.
So let me get this straight. We brought up that her father was racist, when he talked about, them including a black guy in the family. And we're not even going to actually, wrap that plot point up or address it.
No, because melodrama is more important.
No, I mean,
But
okay, look,
Jover, don't you see? If we use melodrama, people think it's, trying to send a big message.
Yep.
No, I mean, you can't just bring in racism and then ignore it for the rest of the film.
Jova, meet bad writing. Bad writing, meet Jova.
But then again, Jover's been introduced to bad writing a lot over the past year or so.
I know, it's just that he seems to act like he still hasn't.
Oh, trust me, Pedro. I've seen lots of bad writing. It's just, I always find new types of bad writing.
New types.
So, Jover, I'd like to introduce you to the different kinds of bad writing we've seen personified over the years. Meet Alan McElroy, David Goyer,
Skip Woods.
Neil Blomkamp.
The guy who wrote Catwoman.
Neil Blomkamp.
Neil Blomkamp.
Aaron Sorkin.
Oh, wait, never mind. Wait, hold on. It's a Kathy Bates scene. Maybe they'll actually be good.
Well, she still sounds the same.
That's Kathy Bates for you. Somehow, every single role seems to work for her. I mean, believe it or not, Pedro, Stephen King liked her performance in Misery so much that he specifically made characters for her in a lot of his later work.
Yeah. Did she suddenly become her character from Misery?
That would have actually made this film interesting.
I wish.
Well, okay. If I can give actors like Kathy Bates and Sandra Bullock credit, well, okay. More so Kathy Bates because
the music says we're supposed to be emotional.
Happy?
Yeah.
Question mark?
This movie is so badly written that Carter Burwell has to flat out tell us what we're supposed to feel.
If my sister were watching this now, she'd be laughing at this.
Oh, he got a D again.
Oh no!
Oh no!
In fact,
Again.
in fact, I'll go ask her right now. I'll be right back. Or maybe
Okay, Michael. Okay, this is technically historically accurate with him getting the grades here, but the problem is the way they're going about doing it is, like I said, it's portraying him as helpless. They're only focusing on the negative sides of Michael or in his teen years.
Who?
Pip. Oh, that Pip.
Who's Pip?
Who's Pip, Jova?
I think she's referring to South Park.
No, I'm pretty sure that's fine.
Well, that's the only orphan named Pip I can think of.
I don't. It's oh, and of course the oh. Okay, would you please get angry at something, please? Okay.
Although cut off his hand or something.
Someone better frown. Okay, start with frowning. Frown a bit. Do something that.
Pedro, Mike Ower has been frowning for so much of the film. Remember?
So
Sad
basically, what you're
face.
telling me is that Quentin, whatever I forgot his last name, has been pretty much absorbing all negativity of the movie, which is why the rest of the movie is nothing but positivity.
You know what film we could...
Oh my god, he's actually having a scene with the father.
You know what?
Gee, he actually has an adoptive father.
You know what sports film we could do one day?
But
Over
I
the
guess.
Over the Top.
which one is that again?
Never heard of it.
It's a Sylvester Stallone film
Oh, okay.
where he's an arm wrestler. Oh, and guess who directed it, Jova?
Stallone himself.
Nope, it's one half of the group that owned Canon Films during the 80s.
Oh, goody.
Because their producing wasn't
Oh,
iffy
I
enough,
think-
and it's their directing.
I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish with this scene exactly.
Let's listen.
What? What did he say?
I don't know.
They're all going to die.
Eh?
Shoot, we talked over it. Oh, finding a topic to write about.
Right, but I didn't understand what he was saying. Because he was...
I love how,
Oh,
I love how we always cut to Kathy Bates' reaction to tell us how we're supposed to feel.
Uh,
Oh my god. He's writing about the courage and shit. There is no such thing as in between. What the hell does that mean?
So, yeah, they're also talking about the University of Tennessee burying the body parts of dead people under their football field.
Oh, here we go. This is actually a moment where he actually beats the crap out of these guys because they insult Sandra Bullock's character, if I remember correctly.
the insult Sandra's Bullock.
Oh, I get it. This is going back to when his character, like when the film told us that he scored a 93 percentile in protectiveness. I didn't even know that was a testing section.
Apparently it is. Ugh.
Jesus Christ, this speech.
Did this get... I wonder if this was ever broadcast on, like, the Disney Channel or something.
I doubt it.
This is an
the one-
Oscar This is a picture nominated film. I just.
The speech isn't even cliche. It's just dull. If it were cliche, at least I'd be able to point out stuff that I remember. But no, they're okay. It's red written.
Courage and
I'll give it that,
honor,
but
courage and honor and shit. And now he's gonna get an award. Why not?
Or is getting
Here's-
into college.
I don't know.
To this actor, I present the award for most boring speech ever. Now fuck off.
Surprised they haven't made a Razzie for most boring yet.
He did it.
What do you mean he did it? You and your husband were constantly looming over him. I mean, it was nice that you helped him, but
Oh, and now we're showing pictures of him as a baby, of course, because this wasn't emotionally manipulative enough.
you know, I get the feeling Mike Orr has every single reason in the world to feel embarrassed by this film.
Coming 2009, Emotional Manipulation, the movie.
He did it, guys.
Pass me the tissues, Pedro.
I'm so complete now.
And yet
This
the movie
movie-
still is.
This movie has
And yet
changed
the
my
movie
life.
still has at least.
The next day. Okay, Pedro, what movie did we watch last night?
It was some movie I think about a racing guy, was it?
Of course. Oh, come on. I'm surprised they didn't do a family hug. Might as well at this point.
Don't you remember, Pedro? The wife is the only one whatsoever who's
hell, I'm gonna...
Exploded.
You know what? I'm gonna go there. Remember at the end of King's Quest V where the entire Daventry family had a group family hug? That was more earned, because at least they're fucking characters.
You know it's bad when you do something worse than something that's like very basic compared to most games.
Let me guess. They're gonna think that he didn't do it himself.
Leanne.
We're working our way up to the final boss.
The final boss.
Oh, gee, are we actually gonna get to see Michael do something on his own?
Let's see. Oh my god, he is! He is actually going to... But... Oh, hold on. Yes, because apparently he can get out of the building on it by himself.
Jesus Christ, woman.
Okay, I'm convinced. I've got a theory.
But...
That Michael guy, he's not really a real. Sandra Bullock created him as a robot, but then he got lost.
Okay,
and
now
went to
that...
live with this drunk mother.
Okay, if that was a secret dark plot twist, that would completely redeem the entire movie.
but then he rebelled because the robot grew feelings and left, and he had Sandra Bullock adopt him, unaware that she created him in the first place.
Okay. Let's listen to this.
So wait, I can make a better plot in 30 seconds
Yes.
than this
Yes,
2-hour
yeah.
movie?
Yes, you can.
Oh my god.
Again, give us Michael Ower the Terminator.
Oh my god, Dwibs. You actually tied in with something in the movie, since it is called Michael or the Terminator at some point. Anywho. Oh boy, let me guess. They're gonna think that because he's from a rich white family and because even Miss Sue makes donations, they may have all influenced his entry. My god, the movie doesn't even have that much time left, and now we're bringing up a subplot of investigation into if he actually did it on his own.
Let me guess.
see?
I guess solved in about 5 minutes.
I love how in every single shot, he always seems like he's about to burst into tears.
Except when he's smiling.
No. I got a theory, Pedro. He knew what kind of film he was in, so he's just doing this to try and get people to rescue him from the movie.
he's just inside, he's just, help me.
Did he just say, I did not?
I get it. They're accusing him of, cheating his way in or something like that. Granted, the investigation by the NCAA, National College Athletic Association, did actually happen in real life. But again, the way they're portraying everything about it just makes us feel more and more like this kid is useless. You see, that's the problem with this movie right there. That's the idea that they're giving. I mean, granted, okay. I know we're supposed to hate the lady, but yeah, going off of what the film has shown us, for all we know, that could be the case.
Yeah. I'm standing with the woman in this case.
This is like,
It's like with Patch Adams, like where they say that the guy studied, where we never see him study. And that is the big problem with this movie. They never let Mike Oher do anything on his own. Yeah, why did you do it? Oh my god. That line is so...
I just wanted to win an Oscar.
You know, Pedro, I hate to say it, but I think Mike Oher's character is actually making a scary amount of sense here. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, I know we're not supposed to believe that she did it for him, but Yes, thank you.
It's a bit too late for the movie to realize this.
So let me get this straight. So just now they realize, hey, maybe we shouldn't have been patronizing the kid.
We're 20 minutes from the end. What more could they add?
Yeah. It's a bit too
Let me
it's a bit too late. What's his name again?
Robert somebody.
No. I mean,
John Lee Hancock?
Yeah, that's it. John Lee. John, it's a little too late now.
Wait, oh my god. His first name is John and his name is Hancock. Oh boy, John Hancock must be rolling in his grave. You know who I'm talking about.
I was most terribly embarrassed.
Are you serious?
The reason, but don't you get it, Jova? The reason they help them and all the time is because they're super duper happy family white people.
I just
How
wanted
funny,
my
since that also-
Oscar.
How funny, that also feeds into the racial controversy. Yeah, at first I was skeptical about it, but yeah, I really can see how a lot of what this movie is doing could rub someone the wrong way, especially since nothing in historical texts suggests that they were this patronizing of the real Mike Oher. Jesus Christ, he has every right to be mad at this movie.
I would.
Yeah, I've ended up butchering my career. Or Sandra Bullock wanted her Oscar.
Guys,
Well,
we're supposed to feel emotional here because Carter Burwell's telling us to do so.
Fuck your emotion.
unless our emotions are supposed to be anger at these two for, pretty much spoon feeding the guy and, well, potentially ruining his future.
That would be
I ain't say it.
that would be something. Saccharine piano music used to induce anger.
Oh, let me guess. Now he's going to regress back to the gangster life.
Of course.
Pretty sure this didn't happen in real life. Because I don't think anyone would be this stupid to throw away this stuff. Really?
Got you back. Generic.
I'm a black drug dealer, y'all.
Yep, pretty
Something
much.
bad's gonna happen, and Sandra Bullock's gonna have to rescue him, isn't she?
Of course, Jova.
Because God forbid he do something on his own.
That isn't stupid.
Little ball.
I hate to say it, but I'm not really seeing much reason to hate these guys. I mean, yeah, they kind of teased him, but nothing really malicious. I mean, if anything, a lot of the teasing they've done is like stuff that you often see friends say just to tease each other.
Well, Jova, later on they're going to actually, make some kind of sexist remark towards Sandra Bullock, and that will piss Michael off.
And that's another issue. Yes, he has some reason to get mad at them, but it's only when they actually insult Sandra Bullock. I mean, what have we seen to
It's
recent
all
justification
about
these-
Sandra, Jova. Michael doesn't matter. It's all about Sandra and her wonderful Oscar.
Gee, it's not like this is a story based around Mike Oher.
Okay, aside from Speed and Gravity, has there ever been any good films Sandra Bullock's been in?
Plenty.
There have been good ones, specifically
Well-
comedies. She's a very good comedic actress. Personally, I think she should remain a more lighthearted kind of actress. She's not.
From what I've heard, she was in this movie where they tried to portray her as not hot.
I don't.
That's a possibility.
I don't think.
From what I heard, that movie actually did work. I forget which one it was.
I don't think I even know that movie, so I wouldn't know.
It's like those kind of movies where they take someone who's
wait.
obviously very attractive but try and say, oh no, they're not.
Wait, hold on. What just happened?
He's rebelling.
Whatever. Who cares? Joe, but we're not supposed to care right now because it's not saccharine piano music.
Of course he has a gun on him. Okay, look.
And now we're in the we're in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Well,
What?
this came a bit out of nowhere.
Yes,
I mean, Chris,
Okay,
I know,
ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this movie.
I know it's a bad neighborhood and all, but Jesus Christ.
We interrupt this movie to bring you John Wick.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, that was a baby involved? What the?
Backstory.
Oh, yeah, backstory about him. So he knocks over a baby's carriage, and that all of a sudden brings him back to what happened with his mom. Hey, why are we only just now bringing this up again?
Oh, here it is. We're about to get to the threaten my son line for the trailer.
Oh, great.
That's an interesting thing, Joe. After we're done with this, go check out the trailer. Because the trailer reveals pretty much every plot point. Like TJ said. Thank you, trailer. Now I officially have no reason to go watch this movie. Oh, here we go.
Who's TJ?
The Amazing Atheist. Here we go.
Why did he review this movie?
Hold on. Oh, he didn't! Ugh.
Is he gonna shoot her? I mean, we've seen that he's willing to shoot Michael.
Anyway, Joe.
Because when I think Sandra Bullock, I don't really think threatening.
Yeah. Joe, but to answer your question, this was back in 2009. TJ was on that guy with the glasses as the distressed watcher. Basically had a show called Trailer Failure where he reviewed trailers, and he reviewed the trailer for this movie, and that's where he said the whole could someone please give Sandra Bullock her Oscar already so she can stop making this shit already.
So, let me get this straight. The worst thing the black guy did was just show a gun. Because, like, seriously, Michael, the worst he did with Michael was just show a gun. And he only really fired the gun after Michael charged him. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I like those a-hole guys better than Sandra Bullock's character.
But, Sandra Bullock's character is sassy and peppy and caring and charitable and shit.
Oh, don't forget patronizing.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
Toba, don't you mean patriotic?
No. In fact, surprisingly, this movie's had quite a lack of patriotism. Granted, I guess that's not really the focus.
Sandra, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What? What is it, dear?
Did you really do this just for your Oscar? You couldn't have picked it for a script?
Well, I guess to be fair, I was an actress. Well, yeah, I did it for the script.
Okay, well, I
Just
know
don't.
this... Okay,
Yeah.
I know this Mexican guy, he's got something good coming out of his brother.
Sorry, honey. If I get the Oscar after this, I'm getting out of this business because, dear Lord, is my reputation taking a shot in the bullet.
But it's about space.
Yeah, what Joe,
Maybe.
pretty much what Jova said. At this point, this wasn't actually the first kind of movie. The first time this Sandra Bullock did this. Before this movie, there were a string of movies of this kind. Basically, was instant jokes that at the time that Sandra was basically trying so hard to win an Oscar by doing all of these melodrama bullshit.
So let me get this straight.
So
This
my-
one
so
stands
my-
out
so
the
my
most
guess
because
is-
it's the one that actually got her the Oscar.
Yeah, my guess is the Academy for fine. There you go. Now stop it.
Please.
So, question: would you say that this is the worst of her Oscar bait films?
Well, I
Or would
haven't.
you say
Well,
that-
I've only seen this one because I was a bit too clever to not be fooled into seeing the other ones because, well, yeah, I wasn't fooled into seeing this one in the theater. I never even paid a single cent for this movie, obviously. So,
Good for you. So they're bonding now.
of course, they're bonding.
So let me get this straight. One minute he acts betrayed that she was patronizing and did everything.
Hey, Dwebs, You threatened this movie. You threatened me.
So let me get this straight. The way she talks him back into reason is, oh, I really do want to do it for you, but only because I care so much. And
About
She-
my Oscar.
She just cares so much.
dude, you do know that
Golden statue. She
oh, look, he got a broken tooth because he fought off the guy. Well, to be fair, son, you haven't really had a reason to want to go there.
Hold on, he's about to give a reason.
You know, I would actually buy into this if it weren't for the fact that, you know, this was literally after the scene where his adoptive mother admitted that she wanted him to go there, which sort of influenced his decision. So from what we've seen, the NCAA lady is in the right for suspecting them.
Oh, that's right. She has a daughter. I kind of forgot about her.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The internet online coursing. Yeah, apparently he's going to do online courses.
And the son.
Oh, hi,
remember?
Kathy.
Kathy, did you read the script?
No.
Yeah. At least Kathy was, you know, Oscar bait hungry.
Yeah, she was.
She earned.
Oh, yeah.
She actually earned her Oscar.
Yeah. I mean, well, she was also in. I wonder if she was still recovering from North at this point.
Wasn't North? I forget. Did North come before or after?
North was 1994.
Yeah, it was after Misery.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, she had Titanic to help her.
That's going to encourage Pedro.
Honestly, Titanic is a split case nowadays, but I'd still say it's overall good. And Kathy Bates' character is iconic enough. I mean, we'll say what you will about the film, but Kathy Bates' character is definitely good.
I'll comment you over that film's going to be so much fun.
Well, I guess I like Titanic better than Avatar at least. Well, actually,
Honest. Honestly,
I'm split on that actually because on the other hand, Titanic does spit in the memory of one of the people in the Titanic. So there's that.
Which person are you talking about?
The-
Murdoch.
Yeah, Murdoch.
Whereas Avatar's just
Crap.
Granted. In the case of Murdoch,
Oh look,
director-
Sandra's pouting, I guess. I'm not getting out of this car until they give me my goddamn Oscar.
I once slept strapped to a bus and having sex with Keanu Reeves, and even that didn't get me one.
From this point on, this movie shall be known as Sandra Bullock and her quest for the gold.
Sandra, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If Poor King Keanu Reeves couldn't win you an Oscar, what do you think Poor King Jason Patrick kind of bolt would help much better?
Well, I forget. Did I actually?
Hold on. Touching speech from Sandra.
Oh.
Positives actual positives about him. We're only bringing that up now.
And of course,
Yeah,
and of course, we have the slow mo.
Still sad.
Who are these people in the paper we're looking at?
No, don't care. The saccharine piano music fills my heart.
So you know what's funny? We were criticizing Carter Burwell in No Country for Old Men for not trying with his music. Here he's trying too hard.
True. But then again, I'm not going to blame him on this one because I'm pretty sure he was instructed to.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
Anywho,
Carter, be melodramatic.
Eh?
Michael Earp became an All-American.
And I'm not even kidding. That's how the movie ends.
Collins followed in her mom's footsteps and became a cheerleader at Ole Miss. Goody. Sean and Leanne still live in Memphis. Wonder what they thought of the movie. Oh, goody! More scenes. Anywho, going back to what I was saying about Titanic, at the very least, James Cameron did address how wrong he was, and he actually did compensate the family.
SJ received
That said, I
everything
wish
he was
they'd also
promised.
taken that scene out.
That's a natural shot of the kid going, yeah!
Billy Elliot wants a word with you.
Oh, man. And I think this is actually stock footage, is it? Yeah, it is actually, yeah. There he is, the real Michael.
Yeah.
I can tell because he actually seems to be acting like a real person.
Your career's not.
Wait,
gonna go
that's not
anywhere.
Michael Oher. He doesn't have a frowny, soundy face. Movie, you lied
And he's
to
actually
me.
doing stuff on his own without his mother hovering over him.
Wait, there's the.
Oh, there's the real family, I think.
Yeah, that's the real family.
Wow, the father really let himself go.
Oh, and,
So, yeah, that was-
and now real
Yep,
pictures
real
of the family.
photos.
So, real pictures of
The real tutor and all that. Yeah, the real little brother.
And of course, we now have a sappy ballad.
Casper's just off now. I don't want to hear any more of this shit.
Hey, you know what's sad? I can actually get a better story out of the picture and footage that they're showing us. It's like, hey, I can get it. A kid who was down on his luck, but then finds a good, friendly family who eventually warmed up to him.
Oh my god! Oh my! Oh my
I
god!
already made a better story.
Oh my god, guys! This movie is actually
The
dedicated to someone.
pictures.
I
Look at the.
I just sped forward to the end of the video to see if there's any stinger of sorts, and it says right here, dedicated to the memory of John Lee, Coach Hancock. Okay.
Wait, what? I thought John Lee Hancock was the director and writer.
I guess it was his father or something.
Yeah, probably his father.
I guess his father was a coach. So let me get this straight.
Jay, I already came up with a better idea for this movie. You know, Sandra Bullock built him as a robot. That's why he can't be away from her for too long.
Oh, look, product placement for a lasagna bowl.
All right, so
What?
that was The Blind Side. Duez, why don't you give your final thoughts?
Hold on, I'm still looking at the pic. Yeah, seriously, these pictures tell me a better story. And, hey, look, he's actually smiling in a lot of these photos.
Okay, basically, that's the biggest problem with this movie is the it's about as emotionally manipulative as you could get.
Yep.
I mean, the acting is serviceable. That's about the barest you can get. That's like the absolute minimum of good you can get. But it's still got a lot of other problems as well. The music is incredibly ham-fisted. The writing is poor. The direction even feels like a TV movie put on cinema screens.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Sandra, of all the films you could have chosen to try and win your Oscar, you chose this crap.
I tell you, Dwibs, I really wanted that Oscar so badly that I put on a southern accent that would make even the likes of Kathy Bates say, "Whoa, girl, what are you doing?"
But Sandra, couldn't you have waited until Gravity or something?
Hey, look, I poured Keanu Reeves and that didn't give me an Oscar. Shouldn't that tell you how desperate I was?
Yeah, but
Not
Speed
that
wasn't
Speed
really.
was a bad film anyway, but I did Speed too.
Yeah, great. That's wonderful. So yeah, overall,
Yeah. Okay. It's pretty much what we've said. This is just flat out terrible. And though I have to admit, I do have a lot of fun making fun of it. The big problem is that, of course, these characters don't feel like real people. They're fucking Hallmark cards. Like,
And it kind of hurts a bit extra because these are actually based off of real people who are still alive. I mean, you'd think that with, real people you're basing it off of, you would give effort.
but nope.
Go on.
Yeah, this movie is fucking Oscar bland, generic Oscar bait as it was. Oh well. Better luck next time. Oh, sorry, everybody.
off screen.
Yeah, crap film, Jova.
Okay. Yeah. Oh God. Yep. She's gonna be in it. Yeah, you're right. John Lee, Coach Hancock. I guess his father was a coach. So let me get this straight. The reason this movie was made was because John Lee Hancock's father was a coach. Whatever. Not to speak illy of the dead. But yeah, oh boy. I have to say, this movie is lucky that it just came out with lukewarm reception on arrival and that people don't remember, because if it were looked at in today's world, I think reviews would have been downright harsh of it, because this movie is kind of despicable in how it portrays Mike Oher as a character.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the main issue is white family, and look, I know I shouldn't be looking for racial controversy, but even I see it now. I mean, why are you having them patronize him so much and not have him do a goddamn thing on his own? I mean, seriously.
Jova.
Yeah.
Jova, I think this movie's changing your life.
Like I said, I'll probably forget about the movie tomorrow. I'm having a hard time remembering now.
I mean, this movie is forgetful, but dear Lord, I mean, the goalposts they have to shift to get the melodrama through are hilariously terrible. It's like, I mean, hey, even the people we're supposed to hate, like the mother or the black people who apparently live in the bad side of town, heck, even the NCAA lady, who I actually sympathize with the most because she pretty much pointed out the major issue. They all seem nicer. I mean, did any scene from Sandra Bullock whatsoever give you the idea that she generally cared about him? As opposed to, just trying to use him as her star child to get fame?
I still don't understand how this has a 7.7 on IMDb and a 66% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, seriously?
Lukewarm reviews. Apparently the main reason for any praise whatsoever was Sandra Bullock's dogged performance, which sort of supports your theory that this is basically the world of critics saying, "Okay, Sandra Bullock, here's your praise and here's your Oscar. Now, please actually do better films." Because even critics who did praise her acting did say that and they give a fear that they're sort of sick of her showing up in these Oscar bait films. I mean, Jesus Christ, this movie, okay, at best this movie is dull and lukewarm, but at worst it's so desperate to the point where it's like the equivalent of,
I love this review on Rotten Tomatoes. This is a rotten review, by the way. The Blind Side's heart is in the right place. How could it not be? It's got so much to go around. But that's about all that is. There's a good story in there, one that's probably worth experiencing, but load up on insulin before you go.
Pretty much. It's like, there's a good story here, but it's like they chose every single wrong thing they could possibly do. It's like, hey, okay, we have this kid who didn't have a good childhood. Should we show his good sides, or should we just focus on the negative to show the shift to positive? Yeah, let's just have him be negative all the way through. I mean, hey, we have this family who's helping him out. Yeah, let's have him do everything for him. It's like... And yeah, like I said, we barely get any character development with him, with anyone aside from the mother and the little kid. And a lot of these scenes are just pointless or come out of nowhere.
Alright, so
all I can say is I feel sorry for anyone who feels insulted by how this movie is portraying them, because from what I've seen, you have every right to be mad at it.
Yeah. Alright, so that was The Blind Side.
Oh boy, was it? Well, it's certainly blind to something. Yeah. That's another thing. What does this movie even have to do with the term blind side?
Again, that's the title of the book.
But it's only half of the book's title. The whole title is called The Blind Side, The Evolution of Football something.
They couldn't come up with a name, so they stole that name. Let's just go with that.
Sorry for the book. I feel sorry for anyone.
Okay, fine. There you go, Joe. I'm gonna give it my own title: Sandra Bullock and the Quest for Gold.
Pretty much.
All right,
Well,
so everybody. So that was
sure,
a blind
Oscar.
side. I hope you enjoyed it. See you for the whatever crap we do next.
See ya.